morning, everyone. His Excellency, Sir Yusuf Kala, Vice President of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Frank Sivarani, Chairman of the Indonesia Investment Coordination Board, Ambassador Gurjit Singh, members of the India-Indonesia Business Forum, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It would be an understatement if I were to say that I am just happy to be here today at this gathering of captains of industry and trade from India and Indonesia, the two largest emerging economies of the world. I see from your agenda that you would be holding intensive deliberations on expanding our existing commercial relations, as well as for identifying new sectors of economic cooperation. The overall engagement between India and Indonesia remains vibrant and full of vitality. Economic and commercial cooperation occupies a prominent position in our bilateral relations. In my meetings with the Indonesian leadership, I found a strong desire to expand our commercial engagements. The market liberalization of India in the 90s, followed by a calibrated economic reform in the past decade, has led to sustainable economic growth and socio-economic development. India's economy registered a growth of 7% in the last quarter, which is one of the highest rates of growth globally. The fast rate of urbanization and the growth of a large aspirational middle class in India, coupled with a youthful population, makes India one of the most attractive markets in the world. The last 2 decades of economic growth have also strengthened India's private sector, and it is keen to expand its global operations. The innovative spirit of Indian industry, backed by a strong government research and development push and a network of quality educational institutions, makes India and Indian companies the most promising business partners of today. Realizing the need for enhancing the economic and strategic cooperation with countries in Southeast Asia, India launched the Look East policy in 1991. Last year, the Prime Minister of India envisaged a more proactive Act East policy aimed at rapidly scaling up our cooperation with ASEAN member countries in crucial areas. With vibrant democratic rule, Indonesia's vast economic potential is ready to take off. The large economy and improving investment climate, a young and technically trained workforce, and abundant natural resources make Indonesia a natural partner for India. I understand that Indonesia has also unveiled a series of economic reform policies involving major deregulation measures aimed at reviving economic growth. I am sure that these measures will create further opportunities for collaboration between the Indian and Indonesian businesses. Excellencies and friends, while India and Indonesia share cordial political relations, the bilateral trade and investment have not realized its full potential. India is the largest buyer of crude palm oil from Indonesia and also imports coal, minerals, rubber, pulp, and hydrocarbons in significant quantities. India exports refined petroleum products, maize, commercial vehicles, telecommunication equipment, oil seeds to India. There is a need to balance our bilateral trade as India's imports from Indonesia was $15 billion as against an export of $4 billion in 2014-15. For us, Indonesia is not just a trading destination, but a more significant long-term strategic partner. We have a shared vision for building a peaceful regional order and cooperate on a number of important security issues, including anti-terrorism and maritime security. As such, we need to synergize our efforts in the areas of economy and business. The vast consumer market, youthful and skilled human resources, and expertise in the field of information technology of India, coupled with Indonesia's natural resources, youthful population, and strategic location, would provide a platform for enhanced economic cooperation and engagement. As both India and Indonesia make an attempt to broad-base their economy, they should harness the complementarities in attracting investments, which is a key factor for a positive economic growth. There is considerable potential for expanding trade in areas of automotive parts, components, automobiles, engineering products, IT, pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, and healthcare sectors. India launched its flagship program of Make in India in September last year with the objective of improving the ease of doing business in India through simplification of existing rules and regulations. The initiative has made tremendous impact on the investment climate in India. Infrastructure development and energy security are key areas for cooperation for emerging economies like India and Indonesia. These sectors allow for both our countries to collaborate and benefit from each other's expertise. Infrastructure stimulation programs launched by Government of India, like the mission to develop 100 smart cities, upgrade infrastructure development in urban and rural areas, and enhance nationwide connectivity through Digital India program, have created a massive opportunity for foreign investors in the partners in the Indian economy. Our societies are still largely agrarian. Therefore, agricultural industry, food processing, and related small and medium enterprises offer opportunities for trade and investment which could be explored by our business houses with the support from government. India's expertise and proven capabilities in production of pharmaceuticals, especially generic medicines at affordable cost, advancement in healthcare sectors and science and technology, high quality education at reasonable cost could also be potential areas of investment by both sides. To fulfill the energy requirements, we have set an ambitious target of installing 175 gigawatts of renewable capacity by 2022. This needs an investment of $120 billion. The signing of the MOU on renewable energy cooperation yesterday reaffirms the commitment of India and Indonesia in working towards alternative sources of energy. I urge the Indonesian companies to explore these opportunities of investing in infrastructure and manufacturing sectors in India, particularly in downstream manufacturing sectors like coal, palm oil, and rubber, which are exported to India in large volumes. Friends, given the growing trade and commerce between our two countries, Maritime security becomes a significant area of cooperation. Developing capacities for ensuring better coastal security and disaster responses management are other key areas where India and Indonesia can cooperate. Enhancing the economic partnership and increasing bilateral trade and investment is a shared responsibility of both the governments and the business communities. Our existing bilateral mechanisms of Energy Forum, Biannual Trade Ministers Forum, High-Level Task Force and CEOs Forum provide a strong platform to enhance our business engagement. Trade between India and Indonesia can be traced back, believe it or not, to the 2nd century BC. The ancient trade had led to great prosperity in the region. The prosperity of Indonesia at the time had led it to be referred to as Swarna Dweep or the Golden Island. We need to work together to reclaim that legacy. I see a prosperous and peaceful future as our commercial interaction deepens. It will open a new era of peace and prosperity, not only for our two countries, but for the entire region. I wish your deliberations all success. Thank you.